Hey guys, today a different type of video. I usually don't do this, but I just really want to talk about it. So, for the people who play on 1.18.2 Anarchy, you all should know that there are two dupes on the server, the Mule and the item frame dupe. And I have one issue though with the dupes, and that is that I barely ever see Mule dupe setup just because I think that the Mule dupe is simply not good enough. So some of you probably won't understand this, but today I just want to make a comparison just to show, that the item frame dupe is actually faster and has a lot of benefits which the Mule dupe for most parts doesn't have. So if you have watched my tutorial that I released recently about the item frame dupe, I've told that in theory you can have a dub of items in just like a bit less than 2 minutes. So basically, you put a shulker into the item frame and then just punch it, right? And it has a 5% chance to dupe. So you can perform the dupe 10 times per second, theoretically, like the maximum. And with a 5% chance, that would mean that you get a shulker duped every 2 seconds on average. And that also means that you can fill a double chest in like a bit under 2 minutes on average. And now you think, oh wait, but you can, if you do like the Mule dupe on a large scale, you can dupe faster than that. Well, true, but there's a few issues. And first of all, I will show that in a second, but you can actually AFK the item frame dupe. That should be known. And also, you can use 4 accounts, which you can't with a Mule dupe. So, yeah, okay, I'll just show it. So for that, I'll first start with the item frame dupe. So basically, I've already explained you can, if you do it optimally, by turning on fast use in your client and having an auto clicker to left click 10 times a second if your ping isn't too bad, you can end up, duping shulkers extremely quickly. So basically, there's a really easy way to AFK the item frame dupe. So for that, I'll just get a few hoppers in the chest out, and just some building blocks. I think I got glass in my inventory, so let me just take some glass. Alright, so I prepared the AFK item frame dupe. I have a lot of shulkers on the floor. I have my auto clicker set up on 10 clicks per second, and I have fast use on Meteor clients. So yeah, just AFK it and see how fast I can fill it up. Alright, so I spent exactly 10 minutes duping, and yeah, that's the yield. So I got 2 dubs, 3 dubs, 4 dubs, 5 dubs, because I'll include the full hoppers. Yeah, a bit over 5 dubs in 10 minutes. Exactly what I theorized, that you get a dub below like 2 minutes on average. So now there's just one thing. Again, you may say the Mule dupe is faster, but you can do this dupe on 4 accounts. So the server, 1.18.2.net, allows you per IP, per hardware IP, to have 4 accounts on the server. And if you manage to do this very easy setup on all accounts, you can just leave this overnight and you'll, let's say you AFK for 6 hours and you'll wake up to, yeah. Actually, I should do calculations, 1 second. So I did calculations, and that would mean that if you AFK'd on 4 accounts for 6 hours, you would end up with like 600 to 800 dubs. And that's just a bit OP if you ask me. And that's something you'll definitely not do with a Mule dupe in 6 hours. Let alone this is a very easy setup to build. You only spend like, let's say 2 minutes or 5 minutes building this thing up, while if you do the Mule dupe large, that can take a few hours. So yeah, I think the point is very clear, but I still want to give the Mule dupe a chance. while you can do the Mule Dupe only on one account unless you're a genius and you somehow manage to make it so you have a fully AFK Mule Dupe, which, spoiler alert, is near impossible. I'll show why in a bit. Then really the Mule Dupe is just not worth setting it up. Unless you only have one account anyway and you can't AFK the item frame dupe on like 4 accounts like I can. Then if you are still interested in duping manually, I guess if you also have the time to set up a Mule Dupe, it is worth it. But that's just... I think that's not very balanced. You have to think about it. All you need to do the item frame dupe, this is an AFK step, but all you need to do the item frame dupe at the maximum efficiency is just an item frame. And a hack client, maybe. And for the Mule Dupe, yeah, I'll show it now. Okay, let's go to setting up a Mule Dupe. So, I think it's very clear that I'm not in the plains biome. I won't say in which biome I am though. Yeah, so let's find a donkey and a horse and get it over here so I can build up the setup. Alright, so it took me 4 minutes to find horses and 7 minutes to find donkeys. And I flew the donkeys already to the base. I still need to fly over the horses. So in total that sort of took me like 20 minutes. I wouldn't say it's too bad. I'm gonna build a horse stable and actually get on breeding the horses and donkeys so I can build on a slightly larger scale. Somehow I just have to figure out how I land the donkeys now. I haven't prepared a water pond at all. Oh no. Alright, this is going to be the most, God, this will be the most scuffed video ever. Why am I decided to fly the donkeys out to the base and now I have to land the cobwebs. I thought I'll make a water pond, but the issue was the water froze too fast. So yeah, I gotta land the cobwebs. No. So, alright, I have to be very, very, very slow with my descent because else I will just make the donkeys fall off the lead and die. They will fall to the death and I don't want that. So, okay, yeah, yes. Just very, very slow. How do they bounce so much? Just, yes. It's good, 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 good. Just keep slowly descending, just slowly descending. I just really hope they survive. God, I'm just so like nervous. Yes? I think I can risk it. I think I can risk it. I just really hope I get stuck in the cobweb and don't die. Please. Pretty please. I think the idea works. Yo, it does! There we go. Oh no. Oh my. No way I just did that. Oh my. This is so stupid. Okay, time to get the horses then, I guess. Alright, so I'm carrying 2 horses with half a heart, and I just hope I really don't die. If I just get the smallest amount of damage, I'm fucking gone. So are the horses. So, let's pray everything goes to plan. Oh, we had the base. Oh, hold up, I'll fly in. Okay, there we go. We are in the base. So, where's the cobweb place? Goodness, this is... Why am I doing... This is just so scuffed. Alright, so just gotta land in here and I'm good. Just, let's make sure it's aligned. I should take all the time I have. And... Alright, they safely landed. Let me take off the leads. There we go. We did it! We got 2 horses and 2 donkeys and it only took me around 45 minutes! I would say that's a complete GG. Alright, so now what I'll do is I'll just build up a nice horse stable so I can breed the horses and donkeys. And nope, I won't count this to the time it takes me to set it up. I just want to do it. I like horses, don't get me wrong. So, yeah, see you in a bit.
Alright, so I got my horses and donkeys into a horse stable I've just built really quickly. The donkeys have a slightly smaller area. I think many of you know for what reason. So now I'm just gonna watch a tremendous amount of horse sex and then I'll put them all into cells and start a duping thing. So I just designed a Mule Dupe auto duper. So a really long time ago I had the idea of a circular design, but first of all, if you have a storage where you'll grab all the kits from, where would it be? If it's in the center, that's sort of inconvenient. And if it's out there, you would have a really long travel path for some of the stations. So I really didn't think it was a great idea. And also you just have to go down and up constantly, which would also not be good because the items would be stored below actually. And also the killing has massive issues, since if you throw splash potions on top of the really actually on top of the mule, it won't become invisible. So I had this idea to throw it on a slab and have the horizontal hitbox make them affected by the invisible potion, but it didn't seem to work out. At least it didn't have the full range needed, and splashing multiple potions wouldn't really work well. I had a bulk load design which just failed. I know why it failed, but unless you design a big system, it's not really worth it to put a bulk loader here as well. So you just have to just alter the design, and I'll show the better design now. So I thought more about Tav's inline design, and you may end up running as well from a bit much to the storage and such, but there's a really direct path, so I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. And if you use flight and everything, it's really fast to fill everything up. But the travel paths are really minimal, I think, with this design. And I have 20 cells. Technically, it could go for 30, since you can have 30 mules in one chunk. But if you think about it, I've had half time the dupe for me, and it took him exactly 12 minutes, I think, to dupe 24 mules. And you need 5 minutes until you can breed horses again, until the cooldown expires. So even having 20 horses and donkeys and cells is more than enough to guarantee that you will be duping at optimal rate. In fact, I've actually speedrun it myself, and I managed to do 17 mules in 5 minutes. So even if you do it as fast as possible, you'll still have leeway, and so I think this is the optimal amount. Alright, I've built up a Mule Duper. I've just swapped it out with prismarine blocks, and for now it really doesn't matter, to me at least, how it looks from the outside. Later on I'll add exterior and everything, but now all I need to do is just get in the horse and the donkeys, top it off, and I can start testing the farm. Or not the farm, but the duper, just to see if actually the Mule Dupe is better, at least for one account, than the item frame dupe. Spoiler alert, actually yes, just not by a lot.
Alright, so I wanted to record this part half a week ago, or maybe a whole week ago. But then the server suddenly went down, and the design had many flaws I needed to fix, and overall I had to overhaul this design fucking 4 times. So it was incredibly broken, and it caused me so much pain, but I think I got all issues sorted out now. And we are ready to test some items I've prepared over here. So I guess I'll just set up a timer and we'll go at it. I put some Gapple Sharks here, Shellcast. I've thought of literally everything. It's pretty much really automated in every way you can. The only thing that isn't automated is actually getting the mules to grow up and loading them up. And everything else is automated. Okay, so I'm just really upset. I had to record this video 5 times. I messed up the design 4 times. Had to redo the design 4 times, and I wasted a whole week. So I hope it really goes well now. So okay, I got my timer in the bottom right corner. I'm really upset at this point, trust me. I got all the items down there. And I'll just start the timer whenever I turn on auto breed. And once I press that button down there, I'll call the time. Because that's when you can repeat the dupe. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go. And maybe start the timer. Okay, we'll just not count that. But I really am upset, trust me. Trust me, I'm like so fucking annoyed. I messed up so many times. It's not fun anymore. I'm like really getting mad. I just want one successful go so I can finally make a video. Alright. Hopefully this time it goes really well. Yep, flyer out. I'm probably feeding them a bit too many gaps, but I'll just explain it. So you have to feed them 5 gaps so they instantly grow up. And you have to feed them another 5 gaps so they instant tame. So in total 10 gaps per mule. So you'll also end up burning a lot of like apples. Oh, and by the way, a schematic to this design can be found in the Sweet Anarchy gift shop Discord, which will be in the description of the video. I wouldn't recommend building it unless you really know what you're doing. Tef's inline design is really fast as well, just a bit more manual, and it's really easy to build, so really only do this if you go like mass scale and you really know what you're doing. I don't want to really deal with people who are failing to get it down. Also, I like the water stream design just because they are kept like in place. You really don't like have any chance to get out. It's like they'll just be guaranteed to be in this place. You can like just do it really clean. It's not messy at all, so that's what I really like about it. Normally you would use Flight to get out of a cell, but Flight has been patched due to the recent speed exploit that caused the server to sadly go down for like half a week and delay my video even further. Last mule, and then I can load them up. I fed this on way too many gaps. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now just get the shulkers. Great. Wait, just do it like this. It really doesn't matter what type of shulker I load in. At the end, it will all dupe and just go into the storage. Like, not clean at all anyway. Yeah, alright. Next 2 mules should be over here. And already push the button. And that's quite a fast speedrun. I'm like, not double as fast, but it's... The item frame dupe would take me 11 minutes for the same yield. And we can call a time! Ah, dupe pitch. I like to see this. Alright. So, the system is starting to fill up and we are cooking shulkers. Yeah, there should be the steady flow. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Also, we get the levers in the chest. It's a bit messy, but... Alright, so we duped around 6 double chests. Nearly 6 double chests in 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Which... It is a lot faster than the item frame dupe, yes, but again, it's manual. I had to speedrun this. I had to build this design, which is probably the fastest on the server to this point. And it's like really automated. I'm still like... just making it more reliable, fixing up a design every now and then. But so far I'm happy, and a schematic of this will be in the Sweet Anarchy gift shop once again if you really want to build it up. Else I would recommend watch Tef's video for the Mule Dupe, since he shows a really easy and fast design as well. But it's just a bit more manual, but... Okay, how should I conclude it? The item frame dupe is not as fast, obviously, but if you have more than one account, it is. And again, you can AFK the item frame dupe and all that stuff, which the Mule Dupe just can't. So, there's one good news though. The Mule Dupe isn't entirely useless, because it is hopefully being buffed soon. I've spoken with the owner, and he said that he'll make it, because I've shown him these results already beforehand, that the Mule Dupe should have triple the output instead of double the output pretty soon, so... yeah, then I would be cooking like 11 dubs over there in 6 minutes and 45 seconds, which is really good. That's like double as fast as the item frame dupe, and then this dupe is probably way more like worth it, and now people will consider it being inclined to build a setup, and God, who knows. I mean, I just had fun making this video. I made this sort of horse. Well, it's not really well decorated, but I plan to add more in this area sooner or later. And I had spent like a week or two designing this whole thing, just testing as much as I can. And the item frame dupe just was bland. I did that in half a day, so... And damn, the elements are really taking out blocks of that mountain. I don't like that. So... See ya, every pony, and... yeah, I don't know what I'll do next video. I'll just get creative, I guess.